All right, welcome back to Legends of Arcadia Genesis. Thank you for bearing with me there. You have all prepared your supplies and are ready to venture off into the forest to the north, correct?
Yes.
All right, so party, you're going to venture off and find yourselves some elves. Tell me, how do you go about doing this?
Here, Elfie.
They're not dogs, or cats.
Sorry.
I
Ren?
figure that if we trespass into that woods, they'll find us, no?
Yeah, you don't want to just, stumble in there like that.
Yeah. So, sorry, some bookkeeping before we depart.
Absolutely.
How much HP do we gain under Ren's care? Is it 3 per day? So
I think it's
more?
2, correct? Because you have to have both a proficient healer and a proficient herbalist.
Wait, that is the wrong. That's Nyx. One
I think
second.
she has both of those.
I have healing and herbalism. I have both.
Okay,
yeah.
But
yeah,
I guess
then-
I didn't. But I don't know if I got full bed rest. I guess we walked, but it was probably a pretty light walk through the plains.
Yeah, the walk through the plains really was a nice
Okay.
stroll
So
around
we gained
the.
3 HP.
Yeah, I'll give you 3 HP for that day.
Okay.
How many days worth of rations is like 15 pounds for me?
It's 2 pounds a day. Oh, are you
Yep.
trying to say that gnomes eat less than humans?
I mean, yeah.
I'm not going to get through the downsizing of equipment and math for gnomes. It becomes a slog. So we were just gonna treat a gnome like maybe you just have a voracious appetite, man.
Yeah. Okay, I have.
Okay.
Ask for Linda.
Yeah, exactly. She's been cooking up a storm lately.
That ain't what I meant. But okay.
Yes. Never mind.
Okay.
Okay.
It's
And then
funny
I
because
think-
I had sex. Sorry.
Aye. And
8 out of 10. Let's go. Okay. Anyways.
so the following morning, I think we gather outside of Rook's cabin on the outskirts of town to depart. And
Right.
our DM was asking how we find elves.
Is you around as well? We're all here, right?
Everyone is gathered.
Okay.
Do you guys want me to bring a cooking pot?
Sure.
Cook.
Not well.
Like you've turned a complete 180 from having nothing on your character sheet but weapons to like worrying about a cooking pot.
I think my
Again,
guess.
I wasn't expecting to be taking a long trip out of town.
A
My
cooking
guess
pot
is
is always
also that-
useful.
A man this young probably hasn't traveled the world terribly much and has not experienced, the wonders of just taking the most necessary things. So.
That's that's a fair point. I have dry rations, but will that stop me from taking a cooking pot?
So I'll explain to the party that I do have relatives up there, up north in the woods. I'm not sure how happy they're going to be to see me because it's been a while since I stopped by. We
Right, with the family, huh?
might, how everybody has that weird cousin.
You're the weird cousin.
I am the weird cousin. I'm only a half elf,
Hmm.
so.
Oh, you're a half elf?
Is it the top half or the bottom half?
Or is it what plane do you align for the half? Is it hot dog style or hamburger style? Or
What?
filet
Right, it's like a mermaid where the tail, it's like the legs of an elf, but
I'm sorry.
the torso of a
I'm
human.
sorry.
Why do I feel like
Sure.
she's about to stab me?
See,
I'll
this is why I sometimes have trouble relating to humans as well. I feel like I'm always stuck in between. No matter where I go, it feels like I don't quite comprehend what is going on around me. So I'm always a little bit the odd one out. I'm sure that's a very funny joke.
It was.
So your relatives you refer to, are these elves?
My mother is an elf, yes.
I mean, if you know where they live, that seems as good a place to start as any. I was just going to wander the woods looking for elf tracks or elf droppings or something.
You don't happen to keep a pet unicorn, do they?
No, they don't happen to have a pet unicorn.
I mean,
Well, you don't know. Maybe they've got one since you left.
Unicorns are unique creatures. They're not just wandering around the woods.
You said that it had been kidnapped, didn't you?
Not by Ren's family.
Oh.
Yeah,
You don't
that
know
seems
that.
unlikely.
Oh.
Let's go.
Okay, lead the way, woods boys and girls.
I'll bring the dogs along with us this time.
All right.
Wow,
you bring
now
the
it's just not-
dogs.
Not just the weird cousin, but also their weird friends. This is gonna be a party.
Hey,
Bring
Mom!
it around.
There's the friends that I brought. You've got a lot of dogs. Can they come in the house?
All right, you begin making your way out into the woods. So, Ren specifically, since she probably brokered the piece, will know that this first bit of area around Steepwater that goes kind of, I never can remember how to like make the thing do
Right click.
the thing. Thank you.
No. While you're left clicking, right click. Yeah.
Yeah, so these like first like 3 hexes about worth of woods here have been negotiated as human use. And this is the part of the land that Steepwater is allowed to go into, and beyond that lies the realm of the elves, and that is the area which you will be wandering out into. So, what is the plan?
So I think we're going to beeline it through these human territories and try to
Absolutely.
get to the elven territory. If we see anything interesting on the way, I guess we'll stop. But
I'm not sure if the elves have some sort of settlement or if they are like tribal and moving around, you know? Like, I'm not sure what you want
You grew up with the elves, correct? That is your backstory.
Yes, and she left like a while ago when they broke up the peace with the humans, and kind of as like a tribute and as a counselor and like mediator in between, she like stayed with the humans after, I think.
All right, perfect. So you would know that the forest is largely, the word you used is tribal, that groups, families, nuclear kind of core of elves will move through it as they do elf things, you know, tending to trees, talking with enlightened animals, you know, hunting occasionally maybe, doing elf things as they are wont to do. But there is, in fact, a central home to the elves in here, a more permanent location grown out of like the fabric of the forest itself, and rumored to be by the eldest of the elves the place that Astaire themselves created for the elves.
Right. I will relay that piece of information to the party, I guess, and educate them a little bit as we walk.
All right.
So this is where Astaire first came to the world, or came to the elves? Ask Ren.
I guess in a way, Astaire and the elves are very, very close, you know.
So, you are being educated about elven culture and making your way through a dense forest, eventually leaving the kind of early parts of the woods that are used commonly for the occasional logging and hunting and trapping of the humans, and push your way deeper in. So, you are traveling through your first day, and it is getting into a later afternoon. The sun is dipping down, and the cover of the forest is causing it to become much darker. As you travel, what I want to know is, let's see, there are 4 of you. Nomon, how is it that you become...
Wait, sorry, there is actually 5 of us, though.
There
Yeah,
are
that's
5 of
fine.
you, sure.
And the dogs.
and the dogs.
Well,
There are
I'm happy to
5
do it.
people.
Yeah.
Well, I
4
don't
and
know
a
if we can
actually.
rent a person.
It
gnome a
is
person?
still Nomon on
Nice.
the D6. So, Nomon, you tell me, how is it that you become a little bit separated from the party? You're traveling together, but you lag behind or get out in front, or you get some amount of distance from the party.
Tiny
How
little
is it?
legs.
Yeah, no, I think what happens is I'm already playing catch up, right? So I have to keep like running a little bit to keep up with them. But this whole time when we're walking, I'm not really listening to anything. I'm like writing, scribbling down in my little notebook, trying to write poems. And I think I see like a particularly beautiful like a tree that reminds me of Belinda, you see. So I get distracted by this tree to gain some inspiration. I'm doing some writing. And when I like finish my verse and stop to look up, I realize that the party is out of sight. So I start running to try and catch up.
You start running to try to catch up when a thrush of sound comes from the very tree that you were staring at in rapture just a moment ago. And you look up just in time to see a big, all hairy, long-armed, almost monkey-like creature come bursting out of the tree. And please make me a surprise check.
What do I have to roll? 2d10?
Just a D10.
D10. 8?
Ooh. You might not be surprised, actually.
That's all right.
Let me look at my notes here. On an 8, you are not surprised. But this creature comes bursting out of the tree, and it's screeching something, and it reaches out with its long arms at you. And please roll me into initiative, just you and me for the moment.
Mm-hmm. How big is this thing?
It is about the size of a man, so probably twice your size. All right, a 5. The creature beats your initiative,
oh, shit.
And it comes throwing itself at you, both hands stretched towards your throat. Tell me, does a 24 hit your AC?
Yeah.
Does it clear by 10?
It clears by 5.
All right, excellent. Please take for me 6 points of damage. And the hands grip your throat like an iron-like vice. You now are like face to face with this almost pathetic-looking creature. Its face a mix of like ape and human. Its features are recognizable enough that you almost feel pity for it. It looks malformed, caught somehow between ape and human, and it begins to like crush the life out of your throat. And it's just as it stares at you.
Lots of stranglers in the last couple of sessions, Greg.
So he interrupts my spell. Can I do a different action, or is my whole turn lost?
Your spell is interrupted at the end of the round. You can choose a different action. What do you do?
Yeah, so it's got my... I mean, is it picking me up as well? I mean, I'm only little.
It has you pinned against the ground now,
okay.
like trying to choke you out.
So I'm like clawing at its hands, trying to get its hands off me, and I realize that as I'm doing that, I remember the rings on my finger, and I want to like concentrate on them, concentrate on the ape-like beast, and speak or through raspy throat, try to utter the words that I heard Zephyr utter when he constrained the Alba.
All right, your magic works. As even through the vice-like grip of the creature, it is unable to stop you from guttering out these words. You speak the command words that you heard Zephyr mutter, and the webs come and entangle you and the creature together in golden light. The creature looks around in a panic, but it maintains its grip upon you. Everyone,
am I still pressured, or do I feel like I've got a little bit of respite?
You are still pressured by the creature. Everyone, please click on your tokens and roll me initiative as you are becoming aware of this attack behind you.
It's just the one thing, right?
It is just the single thing.
Excellent.
Alrighty. Gergie rolls in with a 6. Oh, we didn't clear this order, did we? That's gonna be irritating.
Can I live with this?
That's your character's name.
Okay, so this Rook is incorrect. This Ren is incorrect. This Koibu is incorrect. This Hugo is incorrect.
Correct.
So that
Hugo's
would leave
correct.
the rest the same.
I don't know why it's stuck on that.
Sorry.
I will
Do I
fix
need
your
to roll
token for
it?
you.
Am I rolling in again? Like, is this the next round?
There you go.
This is the next round, correct?
Okay. Can I? Need to try and escape. Is there any way to argue for a dex save to escape, or has it got to be strength?
You can try to make an escape. I will tell you now that escaping from this creature's grasp requires a successful bend bars lift gates.
Oh shit.
I'm not going after my longsword after all. I'm gonna make an unarmed attack against the creature. So I'm changed my initiative from 8 to 5. If that's okay.
Excellent. I don't mind. Nomon, I'm still waiting on your, I guess, new initiative then? You said
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm just trying to think, like, what I can do. My hands are free.
Wriggle.
Mirror image will help me. Bend bars lift gates is not going to happen.
It's gonna work. You can do it. I believe in
It's
you.
not going to work. I think the best thing I can do is try and stab it, which is what I'll do.
Right.
Oh wait,
Excellent.
sorry. You got to add 2 to that roll.
Add to a 6.
Yeah. I got
All
it.
right. So we will reorder it. Koibu, you are the first to react. You whip around at the sounds of this creature. You see it bound in magical chains while it is choking out the gnomish companion of yours. What do you do?
Well, Greg, I have been practicing a technique all session long that is perfect for this situation. I rush towards the large creature. I reach out my hands to grab a pair of chestnuts and crush them in my vice-like grip.
Excellent. Oh, you're trying to crush the creature's nuts.
Yes,
See.
yes.
I see.
Yes.
It is bound by the chains. Please give me a touch attack against AC 10 with a +4 for its binding.
I get a +4 to hit, or it gets a bonus
to
of 4 to
hit.
its AC. Okay. Cool. 1d20 +4 to hit, +2 for back attack because I'm coming up from behind it.
I'm giving you +4 for the binding. That's
Yeah.
cover it.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. Natural
Oh,
one.
you reach for some nuts,
Chestnuts instead.
but yeah, you do not find nuts. You get
I end
a
up checking
big
the oil.
handful of ape ass and give it a nice squeeze. All right, Nomon, you go first. What do you do?
I just try and stab it with my dagger. If I can, if it lets look like it's gripped loose in the moment that it gets stabbed, I will try and like wriggle out. I don't know if that's going to happen, but yeah, it's kind
Okay.
of what I'm hoping for. Big money, big money.
The 12 will hit. Please roll me damage.
4 damage.
4 points of damage. All right. It is the creature's turn next. You hit it with the dagger, and the creature immediately releases your neck. Both hands come off, and it is bound by the magic, but it seems as if it is trying to like curl itself up. It is like looking more and more pathetic, trying to get its hands over its head, and it screeches out now in a broken common tongue. Ah! No beatings and stabbings, thwackings and smackings, no! Rook, you see this happening. What do you
Yeah, I
do?
whirl around. Do I recognize this creature? Is this like a natural inhabitant of these woods, or is this...
You have a potential. You work these woods quite a bit.
Yeah, should
Give
I
me
roll?
that circles roll again. I quite like that mechanic.
I do too, but I don't like my charisma. Is this really charisma based? It's not going to be
Yes.
like based on...
Yes.
All right.
This is a very
Oh, how am I
specifically
getting so
social
lucky?
skill. Oh my goodness. You do, in fact, recognize this creature. This creature is known to some as Gergie. Gergie stalks these plains, and it is a quite capable hunter. It is very stealthy and fast and strong, but it is inherently a coward and will back down from any amount of damage, only going after the smallest and weakest things to try to eat them.
This is a unique creature? Like Gergie is his name. It's not...
Gergie is its name, yes.
Okay. And
It
he's
is
not like an evil creature. He's just kind of...
No, he's
misunderstood.
opportunistic and likes to
Yeah.
eat. He's a carnivore by heart and likes to
Okay.
eat small and weak things, especially if they're a little bit fat. He loves them a little bit fat.
Okay, I rolled with swords, but I'm not going to murder this creature. I will run over and shouting like, Gergie, bad Gergie, get off of him. I assume he's not considered an animal, right?
He is not considered an
I
animal.
can't use ranger ability, so I will just be shouting,
Okay, excellent.
bad Gergie, off,
Rook,
down,
kill-
and I'll...
Kill it, Rook! It tried to kill me, Rook, please!
All right, excellent.
You're okay. I sheathe my swords and I like try to get in there and break
All
things.
right.
I mean, they already have broken up, right?
With
Well, like-
yeah, he's no longer choking out.
But I'll be able to try to drag Nomon away, but they're like, are they magically bound together?
No. The bindings are on Gergie, and so
Okay.
now that they are all on him, you can.
I don't know if I'm interfering with the magic, but I try and drag Nomon away and shoot
Mm.
Gergie off, and I will yield to Hugo, I think is next.
All right, Hugo, you see all of this going down. What do you do as this bound creature is in front of you?
Kill it, Hugo!
Sean, that's you.
No,
Oh, me? I think at this, sorry, I keep forgetting I named myself Hugo. I think Hugo is like rounding around with the javelin ready to throw, and then seeing like the discussion happening, just kind of like slows to a walk and lowers the javelin.
Are we
I,
entirely out of combat? I guess is my
wait,
question.
Yeah, I'm not
I-
gonna try. Like, if our ranger is
Mhm.
not gonna try to kill this thing, I'm gonna trust him on it.
I
He seems to
struggle
know his
to
way
my
around the
feet.
woods.
I look to the ape and I say,
Uh,
You stinky, stupid ape! It's time to meet
Can-
your fate!
Ren, can you see to his wounds? It's been
Yes.
one round, right? You could use your initiative to heal him.
Yep,
Is that,
I
is
can
that
do
an
that.
option?
Yes. I will. I think it's a 1d3 if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, what was it?
You have to roll a
1d2?
proficient. You have to roll a healing
right,
check.
healing, nice.
Yeah. Let me do that.
I like this as a scene actually. Nomon struggles to his feet, gets up. You stinky dirty ape! I'm going to. It's time to meet your fate. And then Ren walks up and starts patching up the wounds like mid-speech.
Yeah, I guess I'll pet him. I'll pet him down. You know, I'll make sure that he's okay. You know, I'll help him. I'll help him back up, and then I'll roll my check. Which fails
No.
actually. So never mind.
All right, you are unable to heal his.
No
wounds,
one's too
but you-
agitated. He won't sit
Yeah,
still.
the pride
well,
is
I
too
think part of
wounded.
the problem is he's trying to like curl himself up, and the bindings from the ring are like holding him back, and he's just in this constant struggle, and he's crying and blubbering and screaming out in his like broken common. Yeah.
Rook is
I
like
mean,
lecture. Oh,
Is anyone going to stop me killing this thing?
Yes, absolutely. I'm
Okay.
already there. I already have a hand on the shoulder, and I'll
does
say,
he-
"No one, just
does no one need to concentrate to keep the bindings?
He does.
So he
Oh, I
can't
do.
actually do anything other than just keep him bound, right?
He can take small actions, right? Like stabbing something, casting another spell would break it. We haven't really identified the ring, so I don't want to give you like too much
Okay.
information about it. But
Yeah.
like stabbing the creature did not noticeably break the effect.
Okay.
Ren, let me go! This thing needs to die! Tried
No,
to kill
Mon,
me!
just-
Rook's
It's-
shouting at Gengi like,
Whose side are
Gengi,
you
that was
on?
not nice. Why did you attack my friend?
Tried to eat me!
He's slow. You didn't miss him.
Gnomes are not food.
He's not even sorry! He'll do it again!
listen.
No.
The woods are a dangerous place. Okay, but you should direct your anger towards whoever has captured that unicorn. That's
You know, less
way
dangerous
better.
if this thing was dead.
There's far more dangerous things here than Genki.
No smackings and thwackings. Poor no man. No.
No, man, let him go. He's learned his lesson.
I sheathe my dagger.
Fine. Let me go. Let go of me.
Yes.
You're holding him, no man.
No, I'm saying to Ran because she's like trying to stop me.
So I'll
got
let
me,
go.
Ren.
I'll take the hand away.
Yeah, okay. I skulk off away and like sit on a little rock and like stare daggers at the lot of you.
I assume as soon as the bindings are broken, Gengi runs for it.
When the bindings are broken, he like curls up in a little ball, like hands over his head, kind of like rocking back and forth, like, no beatings and smackings like poor Golden Knight.
Drexel beat you.
Only wanted munchings and crunchings.
Wait, did he say Drexel attacked him?
Yeah.
But he would never attack Drexel, right? You wouldn't do that.
Only once was mistake.
You're not supposed to attack humans or humanoids. There's enough small prey around, you know that.
But they're so tasty. Best munchings and crunchings. You look for unicorn. Gergie, no.
You know where the
Let
unicorn
me eat
is?
small one. I shall lead you.
Have you been listening to us, Genki? How long
You
have you
just
been
said.
following us?
Well,
Yes, we are looking for the unicorn.
Ah.
Do you know where it is?
Far.
Who has
Shrug and
captured
look
it?
around.
Mean ladies.
Mean
They
ladies?
bite. No, like Gergie. They bite. He like lifts up his arm. He shows you like big piercing scars, like as if he had taken a puncture wound.
Oh.
Mm.
What could have caused that? I look to Ren. Does anyone
Let
have
me
like
taste
a...
him. Give me a finger. A finger.
like a cat
finger
bite.
of the small one, and I show you.
No,
Munchings
Genki.
and crunchings. Yes, yes.
Here, I'll give him like a little scrap of ration. Be like,
Hey,
Genki,
Greg.
we don't eat people, even little people. Remember I showed you how to catch a squirrel?
Squirrels taste.
Stick
not
with the squirrels.
Bad munchings and crunchings. Too much crunchings. Not enough munchings.
But the
Yep,
squirrels
suck
don't
bone
stab
now.
back.
Sorry.
Greg, I have a hunting proficiency.
Yes.
He showed like those puncture wounds on his arm, right? We didn't identify like would a hunting proficiency be right for identifying like the kind of teeth marks that are on his arm?
There is an animal lore that I think
There's an
none of us
animal
have.
lore.
I feel
there's an
like
animal.
hunting
Okay.
proficiency in the case of AD&D has more to do with.
Yeah, I'm just not really sure what
finding
skill it would be
prey.
using.
I think of animal lore. Here, let's look at the non-weapon proficiencies.
Sure, yeah, I can pull up.
We have animal lore. Animal lore is a thing, actually. Yeah.
Yes.
and
So animal lore is about. Honestly, animal lore sounds like it'd be. I don't have it, so I can't do it. But yeah, animal lore is about like if you were to notice an animal, you could like observe it to learn things about its habits. I don't know why that's not hunting. That seems like a hunting thing, but sure.
survival in a specific environment may have helped.
Yeah, no, that's fine. If I
think that
wasn't sure.
If
but-
we were playing Burning Wheel, you could absolutely fork hunting, right? But I think in AD&D at this point, like, no, I think you're looking at a non-proficient identification.
Sure. I mean, I'll take a stab at it if I'm very non-proficient. If I'm
Okay.
able to.
Yeah, absolutely. So I want an animal lore check. I believe this is... What is animal lore? I have to like roll back up to the
Animal
top.
lore is going to be a intelligence check, and
Yeah,
I take
so give
half
me-
int.
So take half of your int and make that roll.
No.
All right. No, other than the fact that they are big puncture marks,
Okay.
you do not.
Would I be able to
know.
make out like whether or not they're roughly human? Because like animals tend to have like sharper teeth, right? Like sharper, more narrow.
I think
teeth.
it's pretty evident that it is not a human bite. There's
Okay.
2 distinct puncture marks.
Got it.
Oh, to like vampire?
Looks like a cat bite.
Or like
Maybe.
I mean, there's a lot of animals with fangs, like two prominent fangs, right?
Mhm.
So it could be any of those.
well, Gergie, will you show us to this mean lady? Show us where she is.
Yes. 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 We have to go past the lady that Goldman likes. I don't like her. Can we go around?
Past the dryad.
Maybe we should speak to her on the way. I look to the party.
Oh, Jordan,
You
does
don't-
not like lady.
You can stay behind eating snacks.
Munchings and crunchings for Gergie. Yes.
Mhm. Okay. Right.
Well, if we are to meet this dryad, I would like to usher a fair warning to everybody. Dryads are incredibly attractive and very charming creatures.
I give a meaningful look to Nomon.
So that's the unicorn we're looking for then.
If you would like to spend the rest of your life in blissful ignorance, trance, and unconsciousness, this is your choice. If you would like to be charmed by her and spend the rest of your time there are people who have done that, and it is up to you. But that is a decision you should make before we meet her, because in case, you want me to snap you out of that, I would like to know now. If that is your goal in life, then, just say so and I will respect that.
What about like a weekend?
Unfortunately,
A weekend at Dryads?
I'm pretty sure that their charm does not just end after a weekend, and I am not willing to wait a weekend for you to live in bliss.
Of course, that would be an unreasonable ask for you to just sit around and watch for the whole weekend.
Do you snap me out of it if I get charmed?
Yeah, same here. Not quite looking to lose my mind yet. Too many things in this world left to explore and discover. Can't get tied down this fast.
I'll look at Nomon and Rook, and I'll say, so what's your choice then?
Why is it my choice?
Well,
you have a
because
girlfriend, buddy. You can't get tied down by this dryad. You gotta go back home.
Wait. What? Sorry, what's the plan? We chase the dryad? Why can't I come?
No, you can come. The thing is, if you encounter a dryad, many are so enchanted by them that they won't be able to leave, on their own accord. So that is something you need to figure out before you meet them.
Figure out what?
Whether they want to stay with them and die in the forest or leave at some point.
Well, I don't want to stay in the forest. Do you?
Right. I am inherently not easily charmed by people because I can see through them better than most.
Can I want to roll a circles check to see if I've encountered the dryad before.
I believe you specifically have not encountered the dryad unless
Okay.
you make a habit of ranging outside of the human forest lands.
I don't make a habit out of it. It may have happened, but okay.
Yeah.
Why don't we go to the edge of its area, and then Ren can go and speak to it, and we can all wait outside.
Because we might come across it by surprise. You might run into the dryad without realizing it. Shit happens. We need a contingency plan. Just come on. You don't want to be charmed by a dryad for the rest of your life and live in blissful ignorance in the woods, right?
No, are you going, Corpse?
Well, I'm going with you, but I'm not gonna, let the fake creature charm me.
Okay, yeah,
Hopefully.
me too. I'll do the same thing.
Yeah.
What about
All
you,
right.
Rook?
I think a life of blissful ignorance in the woods sounds like my dream, but
Shut up, Rook. You're not. Come on.
but I fear that that life was not meant for me.
I see. Well, if you make up your mind, I can take care of your dogs. Just let me know before we meet the dryad. Otherwise, I will just assume that none of you want to stay with her.
Oh, there's not a chance the dryad would want me.
Oh, she would.
Oh, you are very mistaken.
I hear dryads are like psychic vampires. They charm you and then just slowly feed off of your energy for the remaining years of your life. And you sit there thinking it's wonderful and blissful. In reality, they're just draining you of all of your life essence.
I don't know. Maybe if I looked like Drexel, she might like me. But...
Buddy, you're a catch. You might not be much to talk to, but you sure are pretty.
He's really not.
I guess we slowly start moving forward with
All right.
our new friend leading us.
And I'm guessing we're going to need to camp inside the human woods.
Yes. Gergie takes one of you by the hand and will begin leading you through the forest.
I'll take Gergie's hand.
Yes, Master Root. Very nice.
And he begins leading you forward. Eventually, night will fall about in the hex that I have placed you.
Yeah.
And Gergie will be attempting to pull you on. He seems unconcerned by the night. But if you stop him...
It's a little late to soldier on, Gergie. I think we should probably rest up before moving on.
I'll take first watch so Gergie doesn't eat Noman and sleep.
Yeah, I'm not comfortable with this thing camping with us.
Don't worry, little buddy, I got your back.
What if you fall asleep? He's sneaky. He snuck up on me.
Gergie is an opportunist. If we stick together and you don't fall behind, he'll behave.
You'll get me in the night, Rook, while you're asleep.
We'll just make sure no one falls asleep.
We'll just do
You're gonna
4
wake up-
watches. So we'll just make sure that you're not one of the people on watch, no man.
You're gonna
We'll
wake
be
up
fine.
to my body all cut up and chewed and stuff, and it's gonna be really horrible. You don't want to see that.
Well, I've
It's
heard
some-
gnomes taste just like chicken, so that we'll
What are you
find out when
talking
that
about?
happens.
How do you know that?
It is a very simple principle, Nomon. The weaker you appear, the more likely Gergie is going to be to attack you. So you have to pull all your courage together and be the bigger gnome.
I think
it's
after you
hanging around
stabbed
this
him,
stupid thing.
he's not gonna mess with you again. Right, Gergie? Aren't you afraid of that nasty gnome?
No more thwacking and smacking and stabbing and hurting. I ran up.
No more.
All right, I sit myself up against a tree. I want to cover as many angles from behind me as possible, and I want to stare at this thing. I try and stay awake all night looking at it.
What? You need to recover your HP and your spells. I guess HP is probably not going to happen, but
Yeah, well, I haven't cast any. Well, I did cast a couple of spells, but
you cast sleep, but or
Yeah.
you fizzled sleep. Ren, do you have any healing you can dish out before we go to bed?
Yes, I do. Do you need healing?
I'm down 4, and I think it looks
I'm down
like
6. Yeah, 75% down.
That's a lot. Okay. Well, I have 2 healing spells, so 1 per person, I guess.
it actually looks like Sean is down more than I am, or what's his name? Hugo.
Right.
I'm
You
at
didn't
11
rest
out of
with us, so
16.
you didn't get the extra. Well, you do get. Do you get HP for tonight or not? Because we fought the ape.
No,
I never fought, so I would get the full healing.
Right. Okay. So I'm gonna roll you
Actually, a
2d8
10 out of
first.
16.
First one's for Nick. Second one's for Sean. Not for Sean. For Ryan. Sorry. 4 and 3.
Right. That should bring me to full after a night of rest. Assuming we get through.
I do have 1 good berry spell though for today, so I can
Okay.
give out. I guess, am I able to find any berries in this
Oh
forest?
yeah,
right?
you're in your natural habitat. You and Ryan can find some berries for good berry. Easy peasy.
Okay, minimal. I have 2 more good berries. I'm gonna, give to, I guess, whoever. You both still need
I'll
HP,
take a
right?
good
So,
berry at least.
yeah,
I'll get
1
back to-
for.
Okay,
I'll get back to
take,
full after a night of healing.
I'll take a
Okay.
good berry too.
Yeah, so the 2 good berries for you. guys.
After healing and having some delicious good berries, I guess I calm down a little bit and maybe we'll try and get some sleep. But I sleep uneasily and wake easily.
All right.
We've got the dogs with me that
Yes.
will keep watch at night.
Okay.
At least one of them is trained to guard, so we probably don't even need watches with a guard dog, but we will do so anyways.
You see Gergie sizing up your dogs a little bit, but shaking his head, deciding this was more work than he wanted.
Gergie, they bite.
Oh no.
And I will share a ration with Gergie. And
Oh.
yeah, make sure he's well enough fed that he doesn't get any ideas. And I think we'll build a fire.
All right. You build your fire and bed down for the night. In the night. Oh geez, I keep rolling. Oh geez, Rick.
Oh, jeez.
So during the night, my dice tell me that it is during Koibu's chosen watch. Do you take your watch as a wizard early in the evening or at the very end of the evening?
I have no spells to memorize in the morning since I haven't used any, so I will just fill in wherever it's convenient.
Fill in wherever. All right, so sometime in the middle of the night, filling in wherever. Koibu, you are kind of paying attention, trying to keep an eye out, and Gergie comes rushing up over to you, like takes his hands and like grabs your shoulders, like beast coming, beast coming, beast coming.
Quiet. What beast?
Coming.
What beast? What beast?
Teeth, claws.
Go wake up Rook. Quietly.
Master Rook. He shakes Rook awake.
I will begin to shake the others.
What is it, Gergie?
Beast coming. Big teeth.
Shh, Rook. Shh, quiet.
Oh.
Shut up, Noben. Get to your feet, get your spells ready. And I'll go up to Hugo as well.
What is it? Corpse, what is it?
I don't know.
You can rest, Nomon. We'll take care of this. I pull on my like leather jerkin and get my swords ready.
Hugo, get those weapons ready.
Leather jerkin.
And look, are the dogs agitated or are they just kind of resting?
The dogs perk up at all of this
mail
commotion, but they don't seem to be in particular.
Start putting your shirt on while I kick
you help me wriggle into my swim.
Am I so fast asleep? Am I just sleeping through all of this? Like, is anybody waking the druid?
I said I kick Ren. I kick Ren.
Oh, right. Sorry, I didn't hear that.
I would gently wake you, but I'm helping Hugo with his shirt, so...
Okay, I guess I'm waking up to one man dressing another right next to me. I'm just looking at them like, what on earth are you doing?
You've probably helped with this before, honestly, because I have to do this every day.
Doesn't Koibu have chainmail too?
Yeah, but it was my watch, so I'm wearing it already.
Yeah. Okay. So the four of you awake, you wrestle into your gear. Gergie cowers next to like the tree near the fire, like pointing. Eventually the dogs kind of perk up, Ryan.
I will step out in front of the party in the direction Gergie's pointing. And attempt to calm or dissuade whatever creature this is from messing with us.
All right. You see, stepping out of the woods, a strange sight as what you would normally think of as an owlbear, one that stalks these woods, comes into your line of sight, spreading slowly. And its mouth is like torn open as if by like a great wound. Like pus and rash and things fester and pustule and like are all over this creature. Its teeth and its claws seem to be almost at odds with what you would expect it to be. And
owlbears aren't natural creatures to begin with, right?
No, but they have existed in the Feywild for some time. They are one of the predators that are around here and occasionally will pop into human lands. So you have noticed and seen them before, though this particular creature is of a terrible shape. And as it approaches, Gergie cowers and the creature is like sniffing the air and begins to move towards your party's direction.
I think
someone grab a light, hold it up tall. And keep it in place.
All right.
I shout.
We will all roll initiative against the creature, and we'll come back on the other side of a break here and just see how combat